guys? If you're looking to support the LocsNLoad YouTube channel, I would like for you guys to go to LocsNLoadFirearms.com and support the channel that way by purchasing a t-shirt or one of the other merches on there. If you're looking to support the Wagunda Nation store, go to WagundaNation.net and pick up a patch, a hat, or a t-shirt again from one of our Teespring stores on the site. If you're looking to get firearm instruction for me, LocsNLoadFirearmInstruction.com. If you also want to know about certain things before you buy it, LocsNLoad consultation service on that same website will get you right. If you also want to support the LocsNLoad Firearm channel, go to Patreon, become a member. $1 gets you in, $5 gets you more access, $10 gets you all that, plus help support the channel. So guys, get in there, rock it out. LocsNLoad out. What are we doing today, Keith?
Land nav.
Land navigation. I'm tired.
Yeah, maps, protractors, compasses, all that fun jazzy shit. Alright. Your easting is always going to come second whenever you're running your press down.
Then your easterly.
Yep, your northerly's first, your easterly is always second.
Okay. Just remember,
North being the primary direction that everybody talks about. That'll make it easy to remember that that's the most important direction. Alright, so we are located in this area right here. This pond. There's this pond that's right over here.
Roger.
Alright. So, whenever you're plotting, you're always going to plot a map pointing or going from right and up. Essentially what that means is your location is going to be to the right of the line that you're using for your first northing and above the first location you're using for your first easting. So our 4-digit grid for this location is going to be 0453. Bottom line, on the bottom line, so it's 0434. So you see these numbers right across here. You got 0, 1, 2, 3. Between each of these is 10 digit or 10 little hash marks. So you're gonna go 3, 4, just like that. You're gonna go 5, 3, 4, 1. That is our position. You notice where that's putting us in conjunction with the pond, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
pretty damn close.
Yeah.
So that's gonna give us our position on the map as far as that's concerned.
You can see the pond.
All right. Okay. So, say we wanted to get to LN1. So, which is 04735386. So we're gonna go 045386. Well, we're gonna go a little further than that because that's really close. We're gonna go to 5-4. We'll go to LN3. We'll say LN3 just for the sake of this particular teaching lesson.
Okay.
So LN3 is where we want to go. So 04715468. So we're gonna find our 5-4 right here, and of course we're on the same 04 line.
Okay.
So we are 0471. So 71 and 68 in this. Oh, give me that. In this current line. So we're gonna go red pen because this is our current location. So you're gonna line this up in the same way as you did before. Just double check. You always want to double check. It's better to measure twice, cut once, kind of thing. All right, 7-1. You want to make sure you're as precise with this as you can actually get it. And then 6-8. All right. So that's the position we want to get to. And I'll usually circle it, that way it's easier to find. All right, now at this point, we need to plot our heading. All right, this is where it's just going to get a little bit more complicated. This is probably one of the most difficult things for people to understand. I know what you need to understand when I first started land nav was actually getting your bearing properly. And that is, the Earth's divided up into what's called isogonic lines. And then you have what's called a primary line or an agonic line. It's going to be your center port, and that is where grid north and magnetic north are actually going to line up. Okay. So if you look down here on the map, they always give you a key. All right, so magnetic north is 6 degrees. It's a 6-degree difference from grid north. And we are on the right side of the agonic line. So if you're on the right side of the agonic line, you're always going to add that 6 degrees to whatever the bearing gives you to protractor for grid north to get magnetic north. If you're west of it, you're going to subtract. The agonic line cuts
If I'm
from
east of it, I'm going to add. If I'm
Yep.
west
So
of it, I'm
so
gonna
the
subtract.
agonic line for the United States cuts from the Wisconsin, Chicago area south, and it cuts through western Mississippi.
Mississippi, okay.
All right. So everything east of that, you're going to add. Everything west of that, you're going to subtract. All right. So I'm going to show you exactly how that works. So what you're going to do, you got this center point that's right here on your protractor. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your 0 is facing the northern part of the top part of the map, like so. All right.
No, that's our current position, correct?
And you're going to,
Does it matter whether or not the protractor is backward or not, or?
no, it needs to be the right way.
Okay.
It needs to be facing, this is facing the right way. Making me second guess myself. And you want to make sure that you line this up as good as possible. And then you're going to want to take a straight edge of some kind. You can also strike a line, which we will end up striking a line when we actually go to do our heading. In fact, let me go ahead and just do that. Let me go ahead and strike a line. Wait, we're not. Because this is how we're going to do it anyways. So what I'll do is I'll just do like hash marks like this in between it. And then when I actually get past it, and you want to go past your point. Reason being is you want to make sure that you're able to actually measure a discernible difference on your protractor. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're going to line that dot up center. You're going to make sure that you're getting the protractor as square as you can. And if you look right here, this bottom line is the one you're going to be facing. So we are approximately 15 degrees north is our grid north. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that number. You're just going to add
the
6.
Okay.
So 15 plus 6 is 21. So then what you're going to do, you're going to take your compass. It's got these little numbers that are written on it. 20.
degrees.
You're going to go to 21 degrees. And then as you're walking, you're going to keep the red needle inside the red little line that's the little outline that's there.
Yeah.
That's your bearing.
Oh,
So that's
shit.
the direction that you're going to walk
Okay.
to get to this position. All right, now we need to figure out the distance. So what I usually do is I usually do a little cheat code up top, but it gives you the distances at the bottom of the map.
Okay.
Down here, use kilometers, not miles. Use kilometers, meters, and centimeters in maps, not miles. That's one of the areas that the United States really gets it wrong. Kilometers are way easier to understand. But I have it marked here in a little bit of a cheat thing. So you have half kilometer, 0.75 kilometers, 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers to 2.5, so on and so forth. So I'm going to take the beginning portion of this and go here. I am roughly 0.8 kilometers away from that position is the distance that we got to walk.
Okay, I see.
So that's a little bit less than 1 kilometer.
I see why you do. I see why you do this notebook now because of that
Yeah, 'cause of
specific
the
thing.
size.
So you can take it out and do that.
I need to give me one of those. Where you get it from Academy?
Yeah, you can get it from Academy.
That is cool.
You can order them online too. They're right in the rain books. These are actually designed for this too. They're designed for like a lot of the stuff here is designed for this.
Yeah, because I got mine.
The smaller one will work too, but it's not quite as easy.
Yeah, and then I'm running the binder version, but that's my data book for everything. So
That was the book that I forgot to freaking
Bring.
So it seems intimidating at first, the land nav process.
It's
and
just
it
something practice makes
it
for-
does take some getting used to, some practice to get good at it. But it's not rocket science. Like there's
it's doable.
yeah, it's very doable and it's very easy once you figure out exactly how everything goes. You always need to understand that whenever you're doing so first thing you're going to do is find the 4-digit grid. So your grid square that you're going to be working within, which is 0453 in our case here, and then you're going to work from there from your protractor to find the rest of the 8-digit grid. Okay. All right, so I'm going to.
Are we good? Yeah.
You're good for whenever you want to, man.
Okay.
All right, so we're here. Yep, this is your point. This is the point you're starting at. This is the point you're ending at. I need you to give me the 8-digit grid for each of these 2 points, and then plot a route from here to here. Give me your heading.
Okay, you gonna have to walk me through this.
All right, so first, you always want to make sure that the red marks are on the bottom right side of your grid square that you're working in. So this is your grid square. You're going to want to make sure they're on the bottom right side of your grid square that you're working with. Okay, so all right, so whenever you're plotting it backwards like this, when you actually have your points, how you're going to do it is you're going to scoochie this little fucker on over just like so until it lines up. So your grid here is going to be 0930, and that's going to be 50. 27.
Yep.
All right.
So
So it's 09.
09.
And then look where this line right here, your 09 line, look at where it's at inside your protractor. 3. So it's 30. And then it's going to be 50. About 27, 28, somewhere in there. About 27, 05, or 5027. All right, that's your first position. All right, now plot that one the same way.
Okay, so you said bottom right hand corner. You just gotta make
And then you're going to scoot it over until that dot is in the middle of this hollow spot, while keeping that on the bottom line. So your northerly line or your easterly line.
All right, so we got 10. What do I call that? 20.
It's about 1/8.
So 1018.
And then your easterly is 5-1. It looks like.
51. Looks like 35.
Yep. All right. Now get your line between the two and plot your course. Here's a marker.
Dashes.
Yep, dashes until you get to your point. So you're gonna want to you want to make sure that you're doing this as accurately as possible, because just a degree off within a kilometer area is gonna put you off by like 100 yards. So you want to make sure that you're being as accurate as you can with this.
So you're telling me literally the most minute thing could literally have you a whole entire football field away. Fascinating.
Possibility.
Fantastic.
Super
And a
fun.
straight line after that. All right, and then you're gonna look for the 0 point on your map or on your protractor. That's gonna be your north. 0 degrees is north. Correct?
Yep.
Understand? All right, 0 degrees is north. You got this point in the center. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this guy on here, and you're going to line up. So I'll usually use the lines and try and kind of eyeball it. So right there is fairly center.
Now, as far as trying to do that process, will it always be as far as 100% accurate, or is there going to be some kind of deviation?
This is fairly accurate. Okay. So if you look right here, you got 45 and then 50, and in between each of those, there's not actually 10 hash marks. So each hash mark is a degree, and then the section between each of the two hash marks is a degree. So you're 45, 46, so you're roughly 47 degrees northeast is your position. All right.
That's where you take this.
And then you're gonna take, and you gotta pay attention to your magnetic declination, which is
We're subtracting, right?
you're always adding.
Always adding?
Like east of the agonic line, you add. West of the agonic line, you subtract.
Yeah.
So from Louisiana west, you're gonna subtract.
I hate math.
From Mississippi east, you're gonna add. All right. So your key is down here. So it's 6 degrees right there, 112 mils. 6.1 degrees, which you can just do 6 degrees. So you're gonna add 6 degrees to that. So go ahead and add
53.
Yeah, 53.
Alright, so that's
Now
when
my
you take
fingers.
this and then you turn it.
So it's on the 53 degree
So
line.
that's
So it's-
50. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So
there
at
you
that
go.
point, yep. So at that point, what you would do is you would take and you would line the red up. You would keep the red arrow for the compass lined up in the red arrow outline on the bezel of the compass itself,
Yeah, let me see that.
and that would be your heading.
Okay, so
That's your heading right there.
Yep. So that's going to be your heading. So true north. There's 3 different norths. There's true north, grid north, and magnetic north. True north. If you look right here, there's less than a degree. There's a quarter of a degree difference between true and grid north in our location. So you just disregard that. It's not enough to really matter for that. But the grid north on here is what you really want to pay attention to regardless, because that's how maps are generally set up. Magnetic north, same thing. It's going to show you the same thing. And it's going to change. The further you get away from the agonic line, the more extreme that difference is going to be. So the most easterly point, I think, before the next agonic line is, we want to say somewhere over Greenland or closer, getting towards Greenland. It's in that area, like as you move across the up into Canada and everything. Make sense though? You
Yeah.
think you can do it again? So if I gave you a grid on here to plot,
The silence.
all right. So
He's
let's
like, oh,
do,
no.
let's do R5. So plot R5 for me on the map.
Damn,
Plus, I gotta
bring it.
All right.
Plus, I
So
gotta pay attention.
R5 is your position to plot on the map.
Alright, so we got 05, 44.
You're going to worry about your first two first. So 05,
Mhm.
5.5. So you're gonna go 0.5.
0.5.
Then you're gonna go up to 5.5.
So right here.
Yep. So this is your grid square that you're working within right here.
Okay, so when it says 5.5, so it's this one.
Yep. So that's your grid square that you're gonna be working in,
That makes
right
sense.
and up. So you're right of your your northerly line. You're above your easterly line. All right.
This is happening. I'll go ahead and pop it over.
Now you're gonna get the second two numbers. You're gonna get the second two numbers for your northerly now.
Alright,
So-
4, 4, 2, 3.
All right. So you're gonna scooch that back from that board right there until it's 4.4.
To the grid line.
Mm-hmm.
Pop this bitch open. That's a
So-
rainy day.
4.4. You're at 3 something. Your 4.4 is gonna be over here.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to make sure you're to the correct side of your protractor because that's gonna throw you off quite a bit.
Alright, 4, 4. And we said 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. And I'll check it here for you in just a second.
Hold me a cookie.
4, 4.
Who wants peanuts?
2, 3.
I'm taking a few more.
I can't eat it.
Allergic?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Raspberry drink.
All right. Final answer. All right, you can hold this. I'm gonna go ahead and score you real quick. That way you can exit that back out where it's supposed to be.
All right.
We'll see how I did.
Yep, you're good.
Good job.
Thumbs it.
Yay.
Woo!
Thomas didn't get his loss today.
Oh, now we got to actually.